Hello and welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Hope you're well. So this is going to be an exciting video. Today I'll be showing you how to make preserved lemons, which is a staple in Moroccan and Mediterranean cooking. I'll also be showing you different ways on how I use preserved lemons. If you want to learn how to make preserved lemons, please keep watching. For this recipe, I'll be using unwaxed lemons. If you cannot find unwaxed lemons, try using organic, but if you still can't find organic, please make sure to thoroughly wash the lemon with baking soda just to get rid of unwanted stuff that might be on the lemon skin. Then I have my sea salt. I'll be using coarse sea salt, but as always, feel free to use any form of sea salt as long as it's pure sea salt with no anti-caking agent. I'm also going to be using black peppercorns, 2 bay leaves, a glass jar, and 2 glass fermentation weights. Here's an overview of everything I'll be using for the preserved lemon recipe. To begin, here are my rinsed lemons. I'll proceed to take off the tops and the bottoms and cut them into quarters partway through. I'll do this in such a way that the lemons are still attached at the base. And here is a closer look of what I've just done. I'll do the same for the rest of the lemons. Next, I'll part each lemon and stuff them with sea salt, trying my best to ensure that each lemon has a generous amount of sea salt. While adding salt to the lemon, it might detach from the base, but this is nothing to worry about. And that's the first lemon done. I'll move on to the rest of the lemons. In case you're wondering that this might be a lot of salt compared to when making sauerkraut or other fermented vegetables, with preserved lemons, a large amount of salt is needed to keep the bad bacteria from growing and allowing the lemons to be safe for consumption. Also, the salt draws out moisture, creating a concentrated lemon juice brine that breaks down the rind, turning it soft and reducing the natural bitter flavor that comes with lemons. Now it's time to start putting everything together. I'll begin by adding some crushed black peppers, which I've crushed off camera, into the jar. I'll also throw in the bay leaves and add some sea salt to the jar. Next, I'll put in some of the lemons. Next, I'll use a tamper to push them down. This will help the lemon release some juice, as I won't be adding any water to this. The lemons are going to be preserved in lemon juice and sea salt only. Now look at how much juice it's already produced. Next, I'll add more lemons and push them down to release more juice. I'll repeat this process for the rest of the lemons. At this point, I wasn't quite satisfied with the level of juice the lemons have produced, so I've gone ahead to squeeze more lemons off camera and I'm going to add the juice to the jar. Another reason why I want more juice in this preserved lemon is because the juice can be used as a salad dressing, which is really lemony and flavorful. After adding the extra lemon juice, I'll push them down some more so that the sea salt can be well combined with the lemon juice that has just been added. Next, I'll put in the fermentation weights. I usually use just one fermentation weight for my fermentations, but felt 2 might be better in this case for preserving the lemons, as I want them to be fully submerged in the brine. Here's an overhead view. You can see fragments of crushed black pepper and parts of the lemon pulp. This is pure lemon juice and sea salt. Next, I'm going to seal the jar and leave it to preserve for a month. I've decided to go with a month because I want the lemons to be very soft, flavorful, and I want the brine to be slightly thickened due to the presence of pectin in lemons. I'll be using all parts of the lemons in my cooking, including the rind, the pith, as well as the brine. So I'll see you in a month. It's a month later, and as you can see, the pulp has settled in the brine and the brine is slightly darker, but the lemon is as bright as it was on day 1. Now let's open up the jar. First, I'm going to take out the fermentation weights. The first one was quite easy to take out, but I had to get a fork to take out the second one. I wish you could smell this right now. The air smells so nice and lemony. The aroma of the lemon is enhanced compared to the aroma of regular lemons or unpreserved lemons. I'll take out a few of the lemons so you can see how bright the skin is. Here's a closer look. As you can see, the lemon has a slight jelly-like texture, which I believe is the presence of pectin in lemons. I feel that the preservation of these lemons has heightened the taste and fragrance of the lemons. Next, I'll be showing you some of the ways I consume my preserved lemon. Number 1 being hummus with preserved lemons. For this recipe, I'll be using canned chickpeas, our star of the show, which is the preserved lemons, some olive oil, tahini, aquafaba, which is the liquid from the canned chickpeas, crushed black peppers, fresh lemon juice, and roasted garlic. Here's an overview of all the ingredients I'll be using. I won't be adding salt as the lemon has been preserved in salt. Now let's prepare the hummus. I've got my food processor here. I'll add the chickpeas, roasted garlic, preserved lemons, fresh lemon juice, olive oil, aquafaba, crushed black peppers, and tahini to my food processor. I'll attach the lid and turn on the food processor. I'll process everything until I'm satisfied with the consistency of the hummus. Now that the hummus is ready, I'll plate it. Just take a look at the color and consistency. So rich, thick, and creamy. Since I started making my own hummus at home, I haven't had any store-bought ones. Here's a closer look. Because I find that the homemade ones taste better. I've just topped it with some sesame seeds and olive oil. This hummus could last in the refrigerator for up to a week. In this clip, I've simply added the hummus to a slice of sourdough bread topped with sesame seeds and sauerkraut. Another way I consume my preserved lemon is to use the brine as salad dressing. So in this clip, I've added the juice of my preserved lemon to this bowl of salad as the dressing. Another way I consume preserved lemon is to use it as a flavor enhancer, usually in my sandwiches. In this clip, I've added some preserved lemons on my avocado toast, which took the flavor and taste to a whole new level. For this, I simply made an avocado toast, topped it with mushrooms, sauteed spinach, then I added some sliced preserved lemons. The great thing about preserved lemons is that they can last up to a year, but once opened, you need to keep it refrigerated. So I guess we've come to the end of this video on how to make preserved lemons and how to add it to your meals. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to click the notification bell icon so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye.